Welcome to my tarot card reading for Cancer 2018, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start first with a look at the cards. We have the first trimester, the second, and the third, and last we have the last trimester, October, November, and December. Each trimester is influenced by different cards. For example, the last trimester is influenced by IQ and Jupiter Leo exclusively. Okay? The same thing with the first trimester. The moon is influencing, and the strength, Sun, Leo, Pluto influencing the first trimester. The second trimester has a combination of the moon, Obba, and we have here the strength, Sun, Leo, Pluto, and the Emperor, Mars, Aries, Sun. Okay? And that's more or less so you get familiarized with the concept. Let's start immediately with the reading. We have the first trimester. The first trimester is a very unstable trimester. I will be very honest. Okay? It's going to be very unstable. Emotionally, notice that all the cards are upside down. So there's a lot of introspection and a lot of analysis, a lot of thinking, perhaps brooding. You're going to be thinking, analyzing a lot. We have the moon here. Sounds like someone probably broke your heart, or you are a little bit disappointed. Whatever is the reason, you are going to be withdrawn or aloof. Any of those. You're going to be withdrawn. Financially, it's going to be a very unstable month as well. So my best advice, try to cut expenses, try to make adjustments, because the tarot card reading is showing that there is some financial difficulties during this first trimester. Okay, so you need to make adjustments. Emotionally, financially, work related, you might be having some problems with work. Obviously, if you have problems with money, probably you might have problems with work as well. It could be that they cut your hours, whatever it is. Okay. Second trimester. It sounds like you're planning to make an investment, start a project, whatever it is that you have in mind that you want to start this trimester. Is not convenient. If you decide to do it, I would highly recommend making sure that everything is done well. If you can do electionary astrology, or if you can go to someone to give you a hand, it will be great, because it's not well aspected. Whatever you're going to start this trimester is not going to work, is doomed to fail. I'm sorry. You sound that it's too negative. I'm sorry. I'd rather be realistic than tell you something different. Okay? My advice is, if you don't have any other choice, do electionary astrology, go to a Santeros if you believe in that. Just go to someone that can certainly make sure that whatever you're going to do is going to work. It is guaranteed success. Okay? We have the moon here, and we have Obba. This is about betrayal. There's a lot of betrayal during this year, and this trimester is characterized by betrayal. We have the moon and Obba. The story of Obba is all about being betrayed. So when I'm talking about betrayal, it doesn't mean that it has to be your partner. It could be someone else. Okay? So be aware of that. If you're starting a partnership, you have a business, whatever it is, you might be betrayed by your business partner. Okay? So these are stuff that you need to keep in mind, so you can strategize ahead. Okay? Like we say in Spanish, an announced war prevents death. Okay? That's more or less what I have. Third trimester. The third trimester, again, the tarot cards are talking about things that are not working, and you're worried, you are concerned, and you probably are not even sleeping well because there's a lot of worry, a lot of concern. Again, Obba is still there. So what I mentioned before for the second trimester is still valid about betrayal. So be very careful about around this time. Okay, the best thing you can do is sit down, wait, don't be impulsive. We have Mars, Aries, Sun, Jupiter. Don't be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. Okay, and again, betrayal. We have IQ here. That worrisome that you might be experiencing might be because there's someone that is sick, probably in the hospital. Okay, it could mean that someone also dies. I had to give the whole definition of IQ. Okay, so that could be very probable. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. And it could be also meaning that a project comes to an end. Okay. Last trimester we have the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Coins, Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Again, this is talking about a loss. You are grieving a loss. It could be that someone dies and you're grieving the loss. It could mean that your job hours are cut and you are like literally grieving, lamenting the cut because you don't have as much money as before. It could be that you lose your job at the end of the year and you're literally grieving that. Probably it was a good job or whatever it was and you're grieving that loss. Okay. I was going to mention something I totally forgot, but that's what you have to keep in mind. At the end, what the Tarot is saying, you are going to end up depending on someone. It could be that, for example, if you started a business, like I said here, it didn't work, it didn't go well, and now you depend on your partner or someone to help you out, monetarily speaking. Okay? If it is work related, it means that you probably need help from the government. For example, in the United States, it would be food stamps, unemployment, and things like that. Okay, so you have an idea. It could be a social program that you are now relying heavily on. That's technically what I have for you. Now, we have to remember here, we have Sun, Leo, Pluto, Mars, Aries, Sun, Jupiter, Leo. A big emphasis on Leo. House number 5. That is closely related with gambling. Okay? Again, if you are a gambler, be very careful of how you gamble and what are you gambling. Okay? There are stories of people that have gambled the house, the wife, and the kids. Believe it or not. So you will regret it if you go down the road of doing that. Gambling big money and investing big money or on something that it sounds like it's not going to work. So be very careful. Okay? The moon, Oba, Iku, again, be very careful. With this sign that we have here, you have people that you trust that eventually will turn you back, will turn the back. They will turn against you. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, betrayal. Your good friend might eventually become your worst enemy. That is contemplated also in this reading. Okay, health-wise, it's talking about cardiovascular problems that might lead to a death, but cardiovascular problems. Okay, and if you understand what I'm going to say, you need to work with what we call egum. Work with egum, okay? And don't trust even your shadow during this year. Oba is here. This reading, if you know what I'm talking about, sounds like Okana and like Ejiogbe with Osogbo. If you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it means exactly what I'm telling you. Look at this. We have the Page of Cups, the Chariot, the 7 of Coins, Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. So again, a lot of introspection. Okay, things are not gonna go the way you thought, the way you intended. there's a loss here, so you have been warned. It could be monetary, it could be emotional loss, but there's a loss. Okay. Two of coins, pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles. Again, the same thing that I've been saying. Projects that are going to get out of hands, and you're going to be worried, concerned. You won't be able to sleep well. Okay. King of Cups, Seven of Swords, Eight of Staff, and the Ten of Cups. Again, there's going to be it's going to be a very unstable year. You're going to get advice, but that advice sounds like going to be ill advice, or it could be well intended, but once you do it, the results are not what you thought, are going to be negative. Therefore, when you are looking for help, whatever you're going to do, if it is like you get a diagnosis, I would go to 1, 2, 3, and perhaps a fourth doctor. Don't stay with the first diagnosis. Okay? If you're going to a lawyer, go to more than one lawyer. Okay? If you're going doctor, lawyers, accountants, don't stay with just one accountant. Look for advice for more than one accountant. Okay? That's my best advice I can give you. This is going to be a month of a year of a lot of transition. Okay? It's not going to be a very easy year for you. So the best advice is to sit down, wait, be patient. You're a cardinal sign, and then we have Aries here influencing. So you are going to be very impulsive. Try to control that. Try to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 times before acting. Don't act under your emotions. Take a deep breath, relax, because this is like describing house number 12. This is the house of self-undoing. If you know of astrology, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? These are all my warnings and advice, and till the next one.